Then you buy painkillers. You feel tired, you pick some of them and they make you feel good. And then you're wondering why your ulcer has not gone for the past 15 years. Ulcer is very treatable. Ulcer is not hypertension. Ulcer is not diabetes that you'll be taking drugs for the rest of your life. Ulcer is an injury in the stomach, inside the stomach. Some of you who have a bit of a biology background know that there's the mouth, small intestine, then there's the stomach. You know, the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, then the small intestine, then the large intestine. You know, we know that from basic biology. Ulcer is an injury inside that stomach part, and then sometimes in the small intestine. That's what ulcer is. A wound inside there, that's all ulcer is. The question now is, what caused the wound? Two things. First of all, if I go into your mouth now with a spoon, and I go straight through into your mouth, and I get to your stomach, and I collect the liquid in your stomach and come out, and I pour it on your skin, it will wound you now. That's because what's in the stomach is acid, HCl. It's acid that is there. But the stomach, the wall of the stomach is designed in such a way that the wall is suited for that type of acid. You know, so ordinarily you don't feel any discomfort from the acid in the stomach. You know, now the bacteria that causes ulcer, his name is H. pylori. You know, and every time you go to the toilet, you know, I usually ask people, how do you, when you go to the toilet, do you use toilet paper? Do you wash? A lot of people wash. Some people use toilet paper. You know, I use toilet paper. I usually ask, when you wash, what do you do to your hands? They will say they wash you with water. But me, I know that washing thing, it can make your hand feel clean when you're done because you just touch water. You know, and then you forget to wash your hand after you washed your hands. You know, and the hand is feeling very clean. You know, and then when you don't wash your hand, if you had ulcer, you passed some of the things, you know, the bacteria. And if you can't prepare food for somebody, the bacteria will go into the food. When I now eat what you prepared, the bacteria will travel with the food into my stomach. But then the bacteria cannot stay in that harsh environment. You know, it's acid, it's so hot, it's uncomfortable. The bacteria will now create an injury in the wall and go into the wall and hide, trying to dodge the acid. The problem is there is now an injury in the stomach. This injury is what the acid will now start burning and give you that pain that you usually feel here, on top of your chest and at the back, and all the discomfort you feel. It's ulcer. So you go and take the things you usually take, the drugs you take. And when you take the drugs, you know, the drugs people recently take is a particular one they take. What it does is it removes the acid, but the injury is still there and it feels better. So the acid goes away, but there's still wound there. Then anytime you're done with the drugs, an acid has to come back because it helps you break food down, helps digestion. Once it comes back, it starts burning you again. The second cause of ulcer, the painkiller you're always taking. You know, you work very hard, you come back in the evening, you go to the pharmacy and say, just give me something to, you know, make me sharp. You know, you go and take those painkillers. Everything in the body, when old ones age, new ones come. So if you shave your head off, new hair will grow. If you shave your eyebrows off, new eyebrow will grow. If you cut your nails, new nails will grow. That's how everything in the body cycles. Old ones go away, new ones come. Old ones go away, new ones come. Now that wall in the stomach, the mucosa, that's what it's called, inside the stomach. What happens to it is the same thing that happens everywhere else. Old cells of that mucosa wall will shed and new ones will come. Old cells will shed, new ones will come. When you take those painkillers you take, what happens is when the old cells of the wall shed, the new ones will be blocked by the drug you took. So new ones will not come. You know, and of course it will go and fix whatever it is the reason you took the drug, whether it's for pain in your leg or general body pains, you feel tired, you know, but then it will block production of the new mucosa. So as old ones have shedded and new ones didn't come, it will create something like a hole, a defect. That's also. I want to talk about the third one. The third one is not very common. These are the two most common causes of ulcer. So if you're already doing the painkiller thing, stop. Ulcer is 100% treatable. Ulcer is like malaria. It's like it has a cause. It has causes. I just mentioned them to you. how we treat the bacteria thing, of course, we take away the cause because the bacteria is in that wall there. So if you go and keep taking that thing you're taking, you take it and to cool your stomach down, and then you come back in and start feeling the pain. You're supposed to take, it's a set of drugs you take to kill the bacteria, bring it inside the stomach lumen, dead, and then you pass it out dead. Then you're left with just the injury and the acid. When you now remove the acid, the injury, like every other injury on your body, will heal. The only person who should carry ulcer for years, is somebody who, when they wound, they don't easily heal. But most of us who have the ulcer usually wound. Once we have the cut, seconds, bleeding stops, heals. So the wound in the stomach also should also heal like that. The reason it's not happening is because of lack of this knowledge I just give you now. You're removing the acid and leaving the cause of the injury inside the wall where it is, and you're leaving the cause of the injury and you're leaving the injury. So you just take away the acid, you feel good for a season, and then when the acid comes back, because it has work to do, to now cause pain again, and then the cycle keeps going for years. That's why you've carried out for years, and then few of you keep doing painkillers. Now with knowledge